Dave Weiss.
Maybe there's a way where we can actually reward Dome for a childbirth.
I think that's a great idea.
What's a MetaMask address? I have no idea. I don't know anything about crypto. I was in the solar power business. I worked at a big solar power company. What is the sun? Don't ask me. We don't know. Okay. Started my own solar power finance and development company with a couple of partners, and it was doing great. But my truth seeking was getting in the way. It was literally getting in the way.
And the sun is in charge of men's cycles.
I can only make unsupported claims based on ideas about what's above us. That I'm doing it for money. You're selling your app. Why isn't the truth free? Archaics, why don't you do everything for free?
This is so we know where to send the free dome to, aka freedom, right?
September 11th.
This has been in the media and in movies for decades. They've been telling you that the dome airdrop is coming September 11th. Well, it's finally here. The pre-programming has been out there for decades, telling us about 9/11. Some people think it had to do with the World Trade Center, but that's actually not the case. It has to do with Domeshot, so we're calling it the dome drop.
The earth is not flat. You're retarded. There's two important dates. 9/11 this year is when we're going to be doing the dome shot or the snapshot. And basically
that's the dome drop.
The dome drop. No,
the dome shot.
Oh, right. My bad. But so on 9/11.
It's been a few months since I checked in on Flat Earth Dave, and his obsession with being the saggiest boob on Earth has only grown stronger. Earlier in April of this year, I discovered a number of SEC violations tied to Dave's crypto coin, Domeshot. At that time, I filed an SEC report in hopes of reducing the number of people victimized by Dave's fraud. In addition to reducing harm, I would personally find it very satisfying if Dave's time and energy was tied up defending his crimes and whining about the government turning him into a martyr. Anyway, I could fantasize about Dave's suffering all day. Let's get to it. Recently, a few people in the community have asked if they can do anything to help end Dave's scam. I will get into that in just a moment after I give a brief recap on what I discovered in April. Of course, it goes without saying that Dave has been doing more crimes and saying some super weird stuff since we last checked in. And that's what we're going to look at today. My name is Steve, and this is my totally not creepy van. Ignore your survival instincts and hop in the back. This one's going to take us on a trip. If you aren't interested in Dave's crypto fraud, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes. As I said before, I filed an SEC report earlier this year in April due to the multiple violations I discovered. That report and all the evidence supporting my claims is available on my community tab. The evidence also exists on the Pulse chain, so it can be verified by anyone at any time. I encourage you to verify this information yourself if you hold on to any doubts. Links to the Pulse Chain Explorer will be in the description of this video. To summarize my findings, Dave and his buddy Matt Long, founder of Domeshot, have been selling Domeshot as an unregistered security since April 2024. In fact, I filed my SEC report on Domeshot's first birthday. Selling unregistered securities is a felony by itself, but Matt and Dave don't stop there. They have also been publishing promotional material without proper and sufficient legal disclaimers. And lastly, a significant amount of Domeshot has been blatantly wash traded through an unmanned wallet or smart contract. Smart contracts are pre-programmed to behave a certain way on a blockchain, and this particular smart contract is programmed to receive and then send large amounts of Domeshot instantly, incurring no real market risk in the transaction. These fake transactions manipulate the market by making the coin look more popular and like it's in high demand. In turn, the artificially inflated demand leads to an artificially inflated price. Now, this wouldn't be a Dave Weiss certified felony if it wasn't coated in a thick layer of hypocrisy. Here you can see the smart contract that has been wash trading Domeshot, and here are the tokens it is holding. Ordo Templi Orientis is a hermetic society with strong ties to European Freemasonry. This guy...
You don't know anything about these men other than...
literally cannot stop telling on himself. He is uncontrollably recording himself, vocalizing his crimes, then posting it on the internet.
Weird, right? But all three of them were involved in pushing a crypto coin several years ago. They had their own show that stopped abruptly when the SEC came after them, right? Because a lot of people, including myself, lost significant amounts of money, and each one of those violations comes with 25 years in prison.
Please don't stop, Dave. You absolute potato. And that brings me to my next point. Some people in the community have been asking if there's any way they can actively help, and there is. I posted this in MC Toon's Discord server a couple months ago. I have given Dave Weiss plenty of time to respond to my allegations relating to Domeshot. He has chosen not to respond. Given his refusal to provide an explanation and his continued promotion of Domeshot, I want to shine some light on a way to reduce the damage he continues to cause. The SEC considers both the severity of harm and the number of complaints when prioritizing enforcement. If you want to see the SEC prioritize Dave's case, you can file your own SEC complaint. If you choose to do so, you can find the link to file a complaint in the description of this video. I can't tell you what to select in your SEC complaint because that would be legal advice, and I'm not a lawyer. But I will tell you what my allegations are, and those are that Domeshot appears to be an unregistered security based on how it's promoted, distributed, and controlled. You are not exposing yourself to legal risk by filing a good faith complaint, and you can file anonymously if you prefer. All my evidence was obtained legally via the public blockchain ledger, archived records via the Wayback Machine, and public marketing material. Please do not submit a complaint because I told you to do so. Complaints should be grounded in the goal of preventing harm and reducing the number of people affected. This is the roadmap for Domeshot from their white paper. We just started Q4 2025, and I have been on the edge of my seat waiting to see how this coin has been growing and progressing. Alright, let's see. Q2 2025, continued alliances in the truth and freedom communities to offer discounts for transactions made with Domeshot, for merchandise events, etc. That one didn't happen, but I'm sure that's just an outlier. Let's see, Q3 2025, Flat Earth app to integrate in-app Dome purchases and transactions. This is huge. This is why Domeshot was made in the first place. This gives Domeshot actual utility. Let's see what Domeshot holders can exchange it for.
When you get it, use my referral code. And then you'll get a point and 1 million Dome cryptocurrency. You get 11 points, you get your subscription for free or whatever.
Oh, wow. Just the monthly subscription to Dave's app. Dave, you're the one that set the $11 a month subscription price to your app. Allowing people to pay for that with Domeshot doesn't make that Domeshot worth $11. Are you in constant physical pain being that dumb? Alright, now for the good stuff. I know why you get in the van. You like that strange shit. That fever dream content. I got it. I got it. You're weird for that, though.
Maybe there's a way where we can actually reward Dome for a childbirth.
I think that's a great idea.
Maybe there's a way where we can actually reward Dome for a childbirth.
I think that's a great idea.
That is the creepiest, weirdest shit I've ever heard you say, Dave. Matt was left dazed by that statement. He agreed with you out of sheer confusion and trust. Hey, quick question, Dave. What the f*** was that? And that's not the worst of it. This clip here is over a year old, but due to the sheer amount of garbage that Dave puts online, I only recently discovered it. These two weirdos show us just how detached from reality they truly are.
The pre-programming has been out there for decades, telling us about 9/11. Some people think it had to do with the World Trade Center, but that's actually not the case. It has to do with
An airdrop. An airdrop.
Yes. An airdrop. Yeah, related to a token called Domeshot. So we're calling it the Dome Drop.
So your marketing campaign is forget 9/11, it's Domeshot Day. You really thought you would just spit on the slogan of one of the biggest tragedies in this nation's history, and people would just jump on board and be like, oh yay, the dome drop's here. World Trade Center's who? F*** you and f*** your dome drops, numbnuts. I know bad ideas were wearing their ugly finders that day, because every single one managed to find you guys. Both of your wives are still freaks, just not with you. Dave's a saggy boob, and Matt makes them a pair of bitch tits.
Instead of saying, you're a grifter, you're this, just give me your best argument. I'm interested in your best argument. Let's talk about it. But they've got nothing.
All right, this is my best argument, Dave. This smart contract that has been receiving and sending large amounts of Domeshot for no discernible reason, I want to talk about it. I've asked you about it on multiple occasions, and I'm sure it's not like you're ignoring me. That would be silly. I still eagerly await your explanation. I'm not interested in taking your 3 Bitcoin, Dave. I'm here for you. Let's get acquainted, Dave. Have I shown you my totally not creepy van? Oh, and on a completely unrelated note, I received an ominous message today with this screenshot attached. It reads,
It would be a crying shame if Flat Earth Dave never addressed the allegations regarding Domeshot, and this YouTube channel started posting things that might be unbecoming.
Wow, that's crazy and totally wasn't me. Before wrapping this one up, I want to dedicate some time to just let Dave embarrass himself. Enjoy.
Hey, I heard you talking, and I was listening to a couple of streams from the last couple of days, and you're talking about Stonehenge. And I always say, Stonehenge was built in the 50s. It was there before, but they rebuilt it. It's odd that they don't tell us about the renovation. We both have these Tesla coils that are just amazing machines that, without making any claims, the only thing I've seen them do is perform miracles. This is the one I have. Right? When you actually do the math and use actual science and not just use the word science, they're using pseudoscience. They have no actual backup. It takes energy out of the ether and puts it in your body. It doesn't heal you. It gives you the ability to heal super fast. Your whole body is filled with this plasma. So this is the energy that's in your body. Like if you were connected to it and I held my finger near you, that energy would shoot off your body into mine. This machine doesn't do anything. You can charge your fluids. I got in here. I have actually some coffee, and I'm charging it, and then you consume it however you like. I have a little theory on water, just a hypothesis. Let's see what you think about it. It's that water is the physical representation of God. It holds information. It holds memory. It's around us. It's in us. It's everywhere. When you pray to it, it accepts your prayers. It responds to you. So the sun, I think, is where we get our consciousness from. What is the sun? Don't ask me. We don't know. Okay. The way that people used to travel, if you looked into the giant airships of the past, of the old world. So
no.
Do you have who's your oldest person here that has their wits that I can talk to? 92 years old. I said to her, I didn't mention anything about flat earth. And I said to her, I was just interviewing her without a camera. This was just off the cuff. And I said to her, what did they teach you in science class about the earth? That's all I said. That's exactly what I said. And she goes, they taught me the earth was flat. And I said, can I record this and interview you? And so I have an interview. Just on the app, go to the video search and put in 102-year-old, 92 years old. And I was interviewing her about the world. Oh yeah, I want to be ostracized by my family and friends. I want to feel special. I want to be, I want to have to leave my own company because my partners are getting upset at the truth telling that I'm doing, right? And that's definitely why I did it. And you're just in it for the money. I was making a lot of money. I had a great company, and I walked away from it all. All the governments are working together. Okay. All wars are just a game.
Space race was bullshit.
It's all fake. I just want to comment on your strategy for converting people to flat Earth. It looks like you've given up and you've just decided to overpopulate the world with flat Earthers.
Yeah, so there are multiple strategies as to how to convert a flat earther. We talked about a flattening, we talked about a flat smack, an unballing, right? There is also birthing, right? That's another one of the options.
And on that disturbing note, that's going to do it for this one. Dave, ignoring my allegations aren't causing them to lose credibility. Talk to me like a man. I appreciate everyone that stuck around to the end, and even those that didn't. Thank you to each and every one of you that is subscribed to my channel, and for those of you that aren't, hopefully I earned it with this one. But for now, get the hell out of my van.